still alive. The American dream was you work a job, you have an opportunity to excel and move up, and you buy a house and you raise your family, you retire, you do some traveling, and you die. That was the American dream. Is the American dream still alive in 2020, 2021, and beyond? Yes. Well, if it is alive, okay, and if technically America is still kind of considered the wealthiest country in the world, even though we're realizing there's tons of other countries that have value. I mean, look, there's Canada, there's Austria, there's Europe, there's Saudi Arabia, there's China, there's India, there's, so many countries out there that we're realizing now interconnected with the world. Every country has its own value. But let's just talk about this for a minute. Okay. In America, considered the wealthiest country in the world, people are broke as fuck. That's what AF means. For all my older people, AF means as fuck. So, people are broke as fuck. Most people. But what does broke mean in America? Well, broke in America means you have a car, you have a shelter, you have an apartment or a house, you have clothing, but you may not have extra surplus, you may not have the nicest car, you may not have the nicest clothing, you may have debt, you probably have debt. Broke as fuck means you have debt. Pluto! Welcome, brother. Pluto changed his life. Why? He moved from Pennsylvania to California, okay? And you said, why would you go to California? Well, let me tell you something. There's more broke people in Pennsylvania than California. It's true. Now, there's more homeless people in California, but they got better weather. So, guys, if you're going to be homeless, move to California. Why? Hey, better weather. Okay, and I know as a nomad, I got no house. Okay, I'm homeless. What is homeless in America? If you don't own a home and you haven't rented, if you haven't been on a lease in 6 months, you're homeless. Pluto, welcome, brother. Keep living your best life. Vitamin D emoji to you, brother. Sunlight emoji to you. Shout out to all my members. Past, present, and future. Okay. You got to hustle, guys. You got to show up consistently. Okay, let me tell you something. You stop hustling, you stop putting effort into your life, you're broke as fuck. Okay. Hey, look, guys, you don't put energy into your life. What type of life you going to have? Especially if you're younger, middle-aged, and able-bodied. If you're a senior watching me, and there's not too many, I think only 6% of my viewers are over 70. But if you're one of the rare out there, okay, look, I'm not talking to you. Retire, you're done. Okay, live your life as best you can. Okay. And what I could tell you guys, you got to put effort into your life. You got opportunity. Upscale, $600 stimulus coming. These politicians don't care about the people. Well, the people don't care about themselves. I don't know why any able-bodied person, physically and mentally, is not door dashing, is not working at Walmart, is not working in a ditch, is not working in the medical field. I've done all those things, except Walmart, but I worked in a mall at a retail store. So what I could tell you is a lot of people about BS, bullshit. They spent, and I've been there, I've lived this life too. They've been on unemployment since March. There's been opportunities to get a job, okay, and they didn't want to take it. Because every day I see Planet Fitness hiring. I see a medical industry hiring out the wazoo. Okay. And what I can tell you is this, guys. Look, if you think the government is going to create a society where you don't have to put initiative into your life, what type of society we live in? Because what I can tell you, guys, is I saw 2 homeless people fighting in front of Starbucks today. Because one person got money and bought alcohol, the other person didn't. Now, the only people I see totally destitute are drug addicts, mentally ill, and that's it. Okay. Because what I can tell you, guys, if you want a job, you can get one tomorrow. Go to Planet Fitness. They're hiring right now. Go to Walmart right now. They're hiring. Go to, you can start in the medical industry. Be a security job. Security officer. You say that's not a career. Well, how do you start a career? You start and then you apply for a better job after you build some reputation. Upscale. True that. But they all got better phones than me. Well, let me tell you something, guys. You should have a better phone than anyone. It's your best resource. There's no sense to have a flip phone in today's economy. See, America is not in its downfall. It's in a transition. And if you don't know how to do a smartphone, build a house. Guys, the trades are in high demand right now. You can get into any trade. They're looking for laborers. And if you don't want to get in a trade, learn how to use a phone. And I would recommend you take a credit card, you go into debt for your phone. Don't go into debt for school. Go into debt for your phone. Because you have to learn to apply for a job on your phone. You have to learn to do YouTube on the phone. You have to learn to do DoorDash. You have to learn to send emails. You have to learn to text your mother GIFs. Okay? GIFs are automated texts. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, guys, you're getting left behind. You took your phone away from your child as punishment, but you basically screwed their career. That's where we're at. Okay? We're in a transition. But guys, with the technology, and Upscale knows, Upscale, he lives in his Class C, but right now he's renting an Airbnb. He's living in luxury. Got Upscale. Look, guys, Upscale's not broke as fuck. He got a Class C. He got $60,000 in his savings account. He got a job, okay? And he's living in Airbnb because he got tired of being on the road. So Upscale, you're living an American dream. You're living the American dream. You're proof. Pluto just moved recently. He's living his best life. So I want someone to come in here. I challenge them right now that you're destitute. Now, if you're destitute, I want to know why you're not working. You have a mental disability, a physical, and then why aren't you on disability? And if you're on disability, what are you doing? So what I can tell you is this, guys. I know someone yesterday, 2 days ago, they went to a food line, and they got a bunch of food. They don't even need it. Okay? And they threw some shit out. Okay? Guys, in America, you're broke as fuck. Okay? If you got subsidized housing, you got an EBD card, you go online, you get food, and you throw it out. But that's a horrible life. But what I can tell you guys, as a homeless man, okay, because technically I'm considered homeless, is that the main reason people are broke is college loan debt, too many kids, and not enough effort. Now, you say, what about the disabled? Yeah, the disabled, they have the basic essentials, but they're not going to be living in surplus. Look, I don't like that. I don't like that they're disabled. I don't like that. What can I do? I can't fix things. Should they be living in Mar-a-Lago? What do you want me to do? And what I can tell you is this, guys. I'm all for even more stimulus. But all I'm trying to tell you guys and girls is many people are broke. It's because of college loan debt. It's because of car loan debt. It's because of lack of working. And it's because of too many kids. And it is society's fault. Because society told you to go to extra college. It told you, kids are a blessing. Don't get an abortion. And told you give 10% to your pastor. Okay. And then before you know it, you're broke as fuck. You're broke as fuck. Okay. But if you stayed single, if you worked. Now, look, guys, I will say this. There's some exceptions out there. People, they had no home structure coming up. They had very limited opportunities, and they got caught in a negative algorithm. So there's exceptions. And any of us can be broken at any time. But I want you to answer the question right now. If you're broke as fuck, why? Is it because you're not working? Why aren't you working? Is it because you have too many kids? Have you gotten a vasectomy? Is it because you got too big a house? Have you sold and downsized? What can you control? What can you control? Or are you a senior citizen? You got $300,000 in assets and you're saying you're broke? Upscale basically just told me he was broke. Upscale rich as hell. He got $60K in the bank account. He got a Class C any in the Airbnb in Sunny Isles. He rich. Rich as fuck. That's true. Inflation very high right now, guys. Okay. Upscale. It's crazy, man. Most don't have cash except you for 3 months. Yeah, you got enough for 3 years. You're straight, man. Upscale's doing good. Yeah, that's why he calls himself Upscale. Upscale hobo. That's true. Okay. So what I can tell you, guys, Upscale rich as fuck. Now you say, I'm broke as fuck. I ain't got $60K in the bank. I ain't got Class C. I'm not in the Airbnb. Bryce, what's up, man? Bryce just got in the hospital. Bryce, are you rich as fuck or broke as fuck? Why? Why? Now, look, guys, if you were born, again, I think, look, if you were born in a bad situation and maybe you got caught, I could have got caught up in some situations. But look, there's no exact science. I grew up in a household with two other siblings. Neither one of them work. Both are on government assistance. So what do you want me to tell you? Like, I could tell you, like, without a family structure, you're high risk. But, guys, I grew up in the same family structure as my sisters, okay? So, and I love my sisters. They're doing the best they can. They got their issues, okay? I got my issues. But what I'm trying to tell you is, look, there's no exact science to life. You can have every opportunity and still be broke as fuck. You can have none and be rich as fuck. But bottom line, guys, is look, we can mind fuck life. We can trade war stories. I'm richer than you. You're broker than me. I had someone living in a house, okay, throwing away food at night with a storage unit, told me, who lives in a parking lot, okay, told me that I'm looking down on people. Well, I said, look, yeah, I may be Eddie Murphy and come in America. I'm working at McDowell's, even though basically I can own this motherfucker, okay? But I'm working at McDowell's, okay? You're sitting there, you ain't doing shit. You're like the person, the guy with the Jerry curl who inherited Soul Glow, okay? You ain't really you living life. You driving a Camaro, you coming up to McDowell's, I'm sweeping the thing, fighting the burglars off. So what I can tell you is this, guys. Coming to America taught us two things. One is, most of America's a shithole, okay? You came to Queens to find a wife, so shit, America's fucked up. Two is, okay, those who work shall be rewarded. And those who inherit Soul Glow, I'm going to bang in their chick. That's true. And what I can tell you is this, guys. Let's see what these guys got to say. Rich guys. Upscale, he's rich. Yeah, rich as fuck. Upscale. Someone give me a money bag emoji. Upscale's in Sunny Isles, man. You broke motherfuckers don't know where Sunny Isles is. Upscale, you going to do a video for my man Antonio. Antonio's broke as fuck in Staten Island. He keep asking me for videos from Sunny Isles, man. Man, Upscale, upload a video from Sunny Isles, man. He goes, yeah, man, yeah, you're rich. But I remember the jacked up days of my 20. Well, hey, you ain't 20 no more, man. So, you rich as fuck, man. Go in that bathroom, just soak that shit up, man. Bryce, money is subjective. But let's just say I'm nowhere near satisfied. Let's just say you're rich as fuck. Yes. Yeah, Pluto, you ain't hear all the rich people, man. Let's take a hydration break, man. You guys are rich. You guys are living good, man. I tell you, man. See, a little bit tougher too is, guys, I don't know. Let's stay positive. Let's go. January 16th, there will be a good RV show at Gardner RV in Fort Pierce. Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know, brother. Maybe I'll check that out. I didn't know about that. Yeah, that'll be some good videos. My best videos are RV reviews. That's what people like to see. But I like to do a variety of things, but I like to just mainly be consistent. Okay, because if you don't show up, you're going to be broke as fuck. I don't care if you work at Walmart, but look, guys, medical industry, IT, or trade, okay? Those are the best industries, okay? And guys, if you were in daycare, if you were watching kids, now you're in the medical industry. Because you can, I know daycare shut down. Now you're a caretaker, okay? Because there ain't much difference between daycare and being a caretaker. And if you're a caretaker, get a certification. Now you're what do they call it? Like the people who give you the IV. That's a step up money bag, okay? If you're an electrician, okay, now you're electrical capacity manager, okay? If you're, again, I always talk about Hal, okay, you're a front service desk at a hotel. Now you're a project manager, okay? Guys, why can't you apply for a project manager job? You can work remotely. Broke as fuck, okay? Is America broke as fuck? Well, yeah, technically we got a lot of debt. 30 trillion. Okay, but who's counting? Guys, every other country's in debt. Okay? So, guys, it's all a game. Okay? However, guys and girls, I've been in debt. I've borrowed money from people, and I don't like to be broke as fuck. But when I was broke as fuck, I had a nice car, I had a nice house, I had a lot of debt and little savings. Now I'm homeless. I got nothing, okay? I don't have shit, but I'm not broke as fuck. Okay. But you need the income. You need to take care of yourself. And if you're really disabled or you're a senior, you should get assistance. But you have to know that they're not going to make you're not going to be living in Mar-a-Lago. You're going to be living in what they give you. So it's like you got to choose. Okay. Pluto, Sammy, last year I lost my mother. I'm sorry, brother, to hear that. I lost your mother to cancer. I'm sorry. Lost my money. Lost my job. However, I started watching your videos. I decided to dive into the nomadic life, and it has changed my life 360 degrees. Well, Pluto, love to you, man, and condolences to your family. What I can tell you is if you got an inheritance, get separate accounts and never touch some savings. Yeah, 15K in savings, never touch that. Leave that and get a separate, your stock account, you're probably going to lose it all. And you're going to get very scared. And the nomadic life is not sustainable. The nomadic life is not, there's nothing wrong with losing your money. Don't lose your money in your savings. You're going to get burnt out on the road. Look at Upscale. He got a Class C and he's in an Airbnb. Look at ESP, great, smart, beautiful woman from Alaska. She's in an Airbnb. I don't know any nomadic fanatic. He's got a home base. Camper life guy. He just got a home base. I always look at home bases. I look at my next step. What I want to tell any nomad out there is always prepare for your exit strategy. And everyone out there, nomad or you live in an apartment or house, don't touch your savings account unless it's an emergency. Have a separate Robinhood or brokerage account. Have a separate checking account. At minimum, you should always have two accounts, a savings and a checking. Never touch your savings. Back to live feed. He goes, this is Pluto now. I now have 15K in savings, 10K in stocks. All right, that's going to be a little whop. Don't try not to do too much margin, meaning like borrowing against that 10K, because if you have, well, I don't think you can get margin until you have 25,000 in the account. So don't put 25,000, get margin. I don't know if you're in Robinhood or Fidelity or what. He goes, and you're living cheap out of your SUV in California. Well, that's the right temperature to live there. And they have the mild temperature. You can live all year round in your vehicle, no problem. I work full time while building my insurance business. I love it. If you keep a steady flow of income, whether DoorDash, corporate world, whatever, steady income is the key for the able body. I recognize there's some people physically, mentally can't work, or they're too old. They should get the most stimulus. Okay. Well, definitely the older. Oh, look, guys, if you're mentally disabled, do you even know what money is? I mean, if you're physically disabled, then yeah, I mean, obviously, but, look, when people are at a point where they can't take care of themselves, they got to be in some type of home. So, and I don't wish that on them because I know it could easily be me. But guys, I know when I didn't put effort into my life and when I was broke and when I had to borrow money from other people, and again, broke in America, broke in the wealthiest country in the world usually means you have a car, you have some type of shelter over your head, you're throwing out food at night. And that's broke as fuck. Okay. Now, look, I totally recognize there's some people in crime-ridden areas, they've had a bad hand in life, and I understand there's exceptions to the rule. But I also understand that, guys, we are fortunate, okay? Many of us, I won't say all, because I understand there's some exceptions that, you can still make your life something. It's true. Even if you have to claim bankruptcy, do what you got to do. I love that your work. Always keep a steady flow of income as long as you physically can, and keep your savings account. You're never destitute. If you lose all your money in your stocks, shout out to Jesse O, my first ever member. I felt the same way. I love Jesse O. What I can tell you is this. If you have a steady flow income, you're building up your Social Security, you take some calculated risk, even if you lose, you don't go crazy. Good job. Bryce. Not to get off tangent, go ahead. But when is a good time to drive to Florida? 2 months ago, without entering the dark, gloomy woods that is unavoidable. No time. You're trying to wait for the perfect conditions. What I tell you is this. Leave on a Friday. You'll be here by Sunday. Take one break. Leave early in the morning, sleep overnight at the end of North Carolina on a rest stop, or in the beginning of South Carolina. End of North Carolina, beginning of South Carolina is your middle ground. Then the next leg, you go all the way through during the day, at least St. Augustine. Always take one stop. It's a 2-day trip. You leave on Friday night, you'll be there by Sunday. Okay. But I got scared and I almost turned back in South Carolina my first time. Now I tried to do it in one trip without a stop. That was my mistake. But even my last trip, after I've been up and down the East Coast several times over the course of the past 4 years, and I still get scared. It's easier. But what I can tell you is you got two choices in life. You stay where you are, or you feel the pain of change. You ask for the grace of God, but you put in the work and you push past the fear. Okay? Because faith without works is dead. And I-95 south, okay, without gas is you stand up north for another winter. And I tell you, go south. Well, I have never been happier in my life. Well, brother, we get resets in life by the grace of God and through our hard work. And what I want to tell you is take life one day at a time. Keep working. Keep your savings account. Even if you screw some things up, you're going to do fine. I love you. Again, may the Lord bless your, may the Lord be with your family. Love to you. And you got to go forward now, Pluto. I'm 30 years old. You're very young, man. You got no kids. You live in a dream. And can't wait to see what the next 30 years will bring. Well, I'll tell you this. Don't let it see a kid. Don't get married. Don't have kids. Why? You're going to be rich as fuck. Pluto, even if you pretty much drag your feet, if you don't get married, if you don't have kids, you're going to be rich as fuck. You say, how's rich as fuck, dude? He's making $17, $20 an hour maybe, max. Okay. Yeah, $17, $20 an hour max. He's got no debt. He's got 15 grand in savings account. If he keeps that up, guys, even if his whole life he never gets more than 15K in his savings, being broke is basically not having options. Okay. You don't have an income. You have too much debt. You don't see a way out. And that's broke in America is you're doing a kitchen renovation on debt. Broke in America is you're having another kid. You can't afford the one you have. Broke in America is you throw your food out at night and you're waiting for Nancy Pelosi to give you a stimulus. And what I can tell you is this, guys, my life can change tomorrow and I can be broke as fuck. But right now you are looking at what broke would look like. You're going to be living in a car, okay? And most people ain't going to live in a car. They're going to rent a room or they're going to get subsidized housing. They're not going to be living this life, okay? So what I can tell you is this, guys, if you have any capability, if you're watching this, you have some capability because you know to turn on the YouTube channel, you know how to interact with it. So that means that you can work from home. That means you could be an insurance agent, a telemarketer, a project manager, a salesperson, a data entry clerk, a medical a billing clerk. Guys, if you can create a YouTube profile, you're not dumb. And some of you psychopaths, you know how to create many, and you're broke as fuck. You're broke as fuck because you're focusing on someone else other than yourself. Okay. Broke people, their focus is on broke shit. You don't get no money for trolling me. Motherfucker. What are you out your mind? Go build something, okay? All right, let's continue. He goes, Pluto, I'm 30 years old and I read that. Can't wait to see the next 30 years of my life. Well, I'm 40 years old and I'll tell you right now, let's try to make the best of it, okay? But once you're past, in your 60s, 70s, you're going to be begging for the Lord to take you home soon, brother. Scout. Pluto, the nomadic life is hard. Yeah, he's in the Airbnb in Sunny House, but you can come out reborn. That's true. Someone left me a great comment. I don't even know. Maybe I blocked him. They said that sacrifice births creativity. Sacrifice creates creativity. And it's true. Guys, I feel the eye of the tiger living in my car, fucking primitive shit. I'm focused. I know if I get a home base, I'm going to be a little bit laid back. Now, I can afford to be a little bit laid back at this point. But there's a different energy, guys, when you broke as fuck. At least if you're a hustler, if you're focused, if you're healthy enough. Again, guys, if you're not healthy enough, then you should be watching channels about how do I supplement my disability. I can't speak to every situation, okay? So I can only speak to the situation I've been through and that I've seen in my own life, okay? So never accept responsibility for everyone's life. I'm not responsible for everyone. I am responsible to live my life as long as what I'm doing is not affecting other people. I'm not hurting anyone. I'm not parking in their shit. So what I can tell you is this, guys. Look, go out there, okay, and live your best life. All right, let's continue. Pluto, I watch your videos daily to keep me motivated. Well, brother, I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of Hal, proud of Upscale, proud of Kathy, proud of Bryce. I'm proud of everyone who has ever been part of my life, and I'm grateful. And I'm grateful for everyone I've ever worked with, the good and the bad. I'm grateful for everyone who's given me an opportunity. I'm grateful for the opportunities I have now. But I want to say, if you don't read the book Who Moved My Cheese by Dr. Spencer Johnson, you're always going to be broke as fuck. Because Who Moved My Cheese is where we're at in society and where we've always been. The cheese moves. Again, you were a daycare worker. Coronavirus killed it. Now you're in the medical field. You're a caretaker. You were a hotel manager. The economy shift. Now you're an IT project manager. You were just sitting in your house. Maybe you had to. Now look, you're an insurance agent. You're a real estate agent, guys. Whatever. Real estate agent, guys. A lot of people do that on the side. The economy's thriving with the real estate. So, like, that's the thing. Like, some people, you got two ways to look at life, right? Broke people saying, look, real estate's fucking unaffordable. And guys, I don't have real estate. I understand what you're saying. It is. It's inflated. But capitalize off it. Become a real estate agent. I had a guy used to watch me from Miami. And he used to, I think he went and he got his mortgage, license or whatever. Like, he can underwrite loans. But then he never put any effort into it. He should have been making crazy money these past 12 months. You know, undersigning every damn mortgage with these low interest rates. So, guys, right now, you know, I did say I'll give her credit, even though I think she panders a little bit. She had a YouTube channel. She's living out of her RV. She became a real estate agent. You got to adapt, guys. You got to go from construction to IT, from IT to DoorDash to YouTube. From YouTube to living off your investments. Why? You got to adapt. Okay. Now, if all you can do is swing a hammer, then guys, you're in business because they're looking for people to swing a hammer. House is going up like crazy. If all you can do is take care of someone, you're in business because there's plenty of caretakers need out there. Baby boomers are dying. Baby boomers are dying by the day. Get into the medical industry. If you like to be a psychopath on YouTube, that means you can do it in IT. But either data entry or data center or, damn it, even if you're lazy, be in Securitas. Drive around a company vehicle, just circle around the block. Don't be broke as fuck. It's true. Kathy, what's up, Kathy? Great to see you. How are you doing today, Kathy? Bryce, you mentioned a lot that you were spared by the Lord from having a kid, true? My question to you is, what would been your move if you had a kid? How would you have navigated it? Well, I would have took care of my responsibilities. Yeah, I mean that, and then I would have to see how it played out. It's impossible to say because who knows who I would have had it with, how it would have played out. I mean, I made the conscious decision in many times not to get entangled, to risk it. Now, there were certain times I was spared, so I try to say it with humility, but I certainly was conscious not to, go crazy. But, it's like anything. It's like if you're diagnosed with cancer, how do you handle it? Well, you're not going to really know till you're in that situation, right? So, it'd be like a little bit crazy for me to handle. All I can tell you is, I would try to take care of it as responsibly as I can. Because even if you don't, they're going to garnish your wages, and it's going to be a negative energy thing. Like if you try to dodge it. So, but I tell you this: if you know you're addicted to sex, you better get a vasectomy. Because I can understand one kid, even two. But after two, if you're still popping out kids, it's not like, the Lord didn't spare you. It's like you tested the Lord. Like when Jesus was on the side of the mountain and the devil tempted him to jump off the mountain. He's like, you don't test the Lord. So that's what I tell you guys. Like, I didn't test that when I was doing DoorDash and that chick wanted cheese on her IHOP. I didn't test her. Okay. I negotiated with the IHOP lady. I gave her extra money out of my pocket because I wasn't going to go and deliver IHOP without cheese on the bacon. Why? You out your damn mind? Shit. Even though she was broke as fuck, I was willing to come out of my pocket, okay, to get her extra cheese because I know not to test the Lord. Okay, that's true. So, that's what it is. But, every day is a new day, and I think waking up early is part of getting your money right, part of getting your mind and your life right. I think the lazy person suffers. Okay. I think there's been times in my life I've been lazy. We're all still lazy. I think as you get older, you want to do less. I know I do. But I'll tell you that's why I'm hustling a little bit harder now, because I'm in the middle of my life. And as I get older, I want to slow it down. Okay. I want to relax more, comfort more. Okay. And I know that YouTube may not always be here. I know my IT job may not always be here. I know what it's like to get laid off on Christmas. I've been there. Okay. And I tell you, that's why I'm so slow to buy a home base or a new car. Why? Because, guys, I've been laid off on Christmas and I've had a mortgage and I couldn't afford it. Okay. And is that scary as fuck? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that's scary. So I try to learn from my mistakes. Because even though I've been broke as fuck, I was broke as fuck and I still had a lot of shit. Okay. Now, again, there's some exceptions where people were born in a certain circumstance. They've had a lot more dealings with poverty than me. I certainly got family members in absolute poverty with absolutely on assistance. And money would absolutely not make much of a difference in their life. Okay. So, I don't want to see anyone destitute. I don't. But I know why people don't go into homeless shelters. Because they don't want to get off drugs and they don't want to work. They want to live on their terms. Okay. And I know that you can't force someone to improve their life. And sometimes when I've learned, like I had a friend that when I had a contracting business, I would give him work and I would pay him $25 an hour. Okay. And he had no experience, but he was a great worker. I thought he could do great. But what I learned was I was trying to push him to, do things for himself as far as because he was already a hard worker. All he had to do was do a couple things to be a little bit more independent and he can grow. But I remember we got in an argument because I think he felt like I was pushing him. And I was only trying to push him because, I can't always be there and do things. He was a hard worker. He did for himself. But what I'm trying to tell you is you got to do some things for yourself. You got to get your license. You got to, have your tools. You got to invest a little bit in yourself. Now you need help. I got help. Guys, all of us, there's no way you're going to get out of anything in life without help. But at a certain point, if you don't start to help yourself, no one wants to help you. So I am not one of these people just pull yourself up. No, I believe we all need help. I believe I got help. But I believe that at a certain point you cross a dimension that whether it's other people, whether it's the universe, whether it's God, whatever, society, when you're not putting any effort into starting to do for yourself, if you can, then people are man, not worth it. Because there's other people that are willing to take the help and show some initiative. ESP, very smart, great woman. ESP, you damn vice president. You could be the president. Fuck it. I tell you, your videos, you're so well spoken. You're well mannered. You're a lot more calmer than me. Even though people like to see you go crazy. But I'll tell you right now, you can do whatever you want. You know how to talk. You got a good temperament. You're right where you would appeal to the masses because you strike that middle ground, sober-minded focus. And, it's I texted a good friend of mine today. I said, look, don't sell yourself short. What I feel with you, ESP, is you got everything. You got all the gifts and you put the work into refine. You sell yourself short. You could go and I'm not saying you have to go higher, because I recognize as a nomad, one thing the nomadic life has taught me is that you don't want to go higher just for the sake of going higher. However, you don't want to not accept a promotion and then work for someone who's less qualified than you and you're getting their coffee. If you got to trade 40 hours, whether you're working at home or working at Walmart, you might as well max out your pay and, because you put in effort. ESP. Just to keep my profile active, I made 3 posts. You hear a fire? You're on fire. You hear fire trucks? ESP, I'm living in the street. ESP, you hear those fire trucks? You're on fire. Any one of my members, please give a fire emoji. Why? ESP's in Alaska. Alaska. And I saw a lot of snow in her last video. Delivering Postmates. Some of you guys broke as fuck. You in the state with no snow. You ain't doing no Postmates. And I think Postmates got bought out by Uber. Let's see what ESP got to say. She goes, just to keep my profile active, a body in motion stays in motion. Okay? That's why I tell you to masturbate once a day. My man Internally Inspired, who he makes great videos. He's building his channel. He's been uploading. He got off depression pills. He's on fire. He's on fire too. He's been uploading every day, sometimes 3 videos. His subscriber count all the way up to 250. Now, they want to see the Port St. Lucie videos. Sometimes he makes videos about reincarnation. They're pretty good. But he did a video the other day about, like, we all want to return back to the vagina. I said, oh, shit. He's not masturbating. Okay? He's not masturbating. He's backed up. I know Internally Inspired backed up. You say, what does this have to do about being broke? Well, guys, this is how you get broke. You don't masturbate. You start making videos about we got to return back to the vagina. And before you know it, you broke as fuck. Okay? Because you got pussy whipped. You back in the vagina. And you say, well I'm an independent woman. Well, why'd you invite penis back in your life? Okay? Because last I checked, you was doing good. You was a nurse. You was making good money because medical industry popping. You was a nurse. And I know some of you nurses. I dated some. I know. You was making good money. But damn it, if the holidays didn't come, and even though you don't like penis, you like peanut butter. I know. I know most of you girls, you don't like penis, you like peanut butter. But I also know you don't like to be alone. Okay. So you called up your second choice. Why? Because your first choice almost destroyed your life. And now you call up the guy who you know he's not on the same level as you, but you know he's going to take your shit. Okay. And so you call up the guy who's willing to wear the ugly sweater. Okay. And you entangle yourself in this total disaster. And now you're broke as fuck. You're in the medical industry, one of the best industries to be in. I don't, guys and girls, I'm not saying you should be single and live in your car like me. But I'm saying right now, okay, if you're in a relationship and you broke as fuck, you should live like me, okay? Because I don't know what's going on out there. Let's take a drink break. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Oh, shit. Yeah, they broke. Yeah, I ain't getting no one nothing for Christmas. I'm sending my mom a gift. And not a gift, a GIF. That's a text emoji that animates. Oh, yeah. Someone asked me the other day, talking about you get everyone stuff for Christmas? I don't have no one in my life. You're lucky if I send you a text with a GIF. Okay? Not a gift card, a GIF. Okay? Big difference. Okay? You say you cheap, and I say you broke, motherfucker. Okay? Because what I can tell you is this, guys. Okay? Why even if we're both broke, why would we give each other gifts? Then two is even if we both got money, why would we give each other gifts? Just give me a gift and text. Okay. So what I can tell you is this, guys and girls, is that self-care, self-motivation, and staying active is the gift that keeps giving. Okay. And what I can tell you is this: don't buy anyone shit. See what they say. Now, go to Dollar Tree and get some gifts, cheap ass gifts. But I'll tell you this, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not giving a gift to anyone who got a storage unit. Because you already got too much shit. I drove past the storage unit today. It was like 5 acres. And you saw my storage units. It looked like a housing project for storage shit. Okay? Okay, it looked like Marcy Projects, but it was all storage. I said, is that the projects? Because I ain't never seen no tall building in Florida. I said, no, that's just a storage unit. I said, oh, shit. They build a storage unit like projects. And I said, look, I guarantee you there's a lot of broke. I said, how much stuff do people have, man? In America, the wealthiest country, broke people got storage units. I looked at that storage and I said, ain't this a motherfucker? And it's just like gated, closed stuff. And I don't know what's in it. People, like In 2008, your house would get foreclosed on. In 2020, your storage unit gets foreclosed on. A psychopath buying wholesale, he buys your storage unit on eBay. He don't know what he's gonna get because they don't show you what's inside. They're like, if you wanna bid on storage unit B14, you know what I mean? You bid on it and then you find out what's in it, and that's what they do. Okay, it's an auction house for shit. Oh yeah, that's true. ESP, I'm blushing. Stop it. Well, you deserve it. You've earned it. You're a very talented woman, in my opinion. ESP, yes. Uber Eats just bought them out. Yeah, guys. DoorDash is public. Uber's public, and the gig economy is the biggest blessing. I mean, I was so thankful a couple years ago that and I actually saw a Filipino guy. He lives in Florida. I have his van, okay, and he got married 2 times. Second time to bring I think a wife from Thailand back over here. They don't even live together. He lives in his van. He married a girl to bring her over here immigration style. And she lives somewhere, and she does medical. She's a caretaker. Okay. And so they're married, they just married for the immigration, but I think he still gets sex. And she gets citizenship. That's the deal. And he lives in his van. Now, he broke his fuck. I think he may got a mental issue, but he's got a mental capacity. He can still work. And I like his videos. He told me about DoorDash. I remember watching his video. He was showing about DoorDash. So what's that? This is 2 years ago. He taught me about DoorDash. Now, he tried to do DoorDash. It was a total disaster. But I want to give him credit. I watch his channel. Okay. Now, again, he's broke as fuck. But he's broke as fuck because he got 2 kids, married twice, and he doesn't work that consistently. He may have mental issues, but he's got medical care. He's got university because I think he was in the service. So it's not lacking medical care. And I always tell you, if you're broke as fuck, medical insurance is not your problem. Because even if you have universal health care, being broke ain't going to save that. Now, if you're middle class and you lose your job or whatever, then yeah, that sucks. Or if you got medical debt because you didn't have insurance, that sucks. But look, being broke comes from not having steady income and having too much expenses, period. So if you don't have steady income, and if you have too much expenses, you're broke. Now, again, in America, what's broke to you, it's all relative, right? But you got to think about it. Bryce is laughing good for the soul. Pluto, Nomad, you are on your way to becoming one of the biggest podcasts ever. Well, I appreciate that. Joe Rogan got nothing on you, brother. I tell you, I think Joe Rogan way overrated, man. I do watch some of his videos. Some of the interviews are good. Some of them suck. But I don't know if I'll ever reach the masses. And if I don't, I'm okay with that. Why? Because, look, I don't know if I'll live in my car forever, but I will live a simple life forever. So, really, the only thing that would cause me to be destitute is if I had a major health issue and I couldn't recover from it. Then I would be in some type of subsidized housing with government assistance. Or if, look, the whole world collapsed and we go to nuclear war. So, now, look, if I lose my job tomorrow, I'll be scared, I'll be hurt, I'll be pissed, but I'm prepared. I cut my expenses, I got my savings, got my side hustles, I'll DoorDash, I'll apply for other jobs. What are you going to do? All I know is this: Who Moved My Cheese? Who Moved My Cheese? That's the book you got to read. Who Moved My Cheese by Dr. Spencer Johnson. You got to keep adapting. And what I want to tell you is find out where you want to live. What I want to tell you is accept the promotion. What I want to tell you is downsize when you don't have to, so that you're living below your means before you get laid off. That was one of my biggest mistakes in being broke as fuck. I was living high on the hog, and I wasn't anticipating, or even if I was anticipating, I was young and a little bit naive. I don't want to say naive, but I was a little bit too unprepared that you're not always going to make good money. And if you do always make good money, praise the Lord. And if you don't, look, yeah, praise the Lord and get to work, because faith without works is dead. Thank you very much, Pluto. And I believe in you too, brother. Pluto, you already are. I feel I'm blessed. I really do. I can't believe, and look, I thought my channel would eventually get to 10,000 subs. I thought I'd make some side hustle. The members, those who choose to be a members, past, present, or future, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the super chats That's the heart of the channel, because I'm not a mass appeal guy. I don't get mass number of views. I'm massively consistent. That consistency builds me a base revenue with YouTube ad. The members and the super chats make it worth it. And that's why I keep putting effort into it. But I did it when I got no money. I read every comment when all the videos, all the live chats were non-members public. And I watch people now, and they still don't answer every comment. And they can. So I acknowledge God's grace, because I don't want to be arrogant and say, like, I created it and I could lose it and it's God's grace. But I also want to say I put in the work. It's a balance of thing. And what I can tell you is not everything works out. I had a lot of failure, and this could still fail, and my main thing can still go sour. So I've lived enough life where I've been hit. I have been blessed where, again, like I had parents, I had a support system, but again, I have siblings that they're on government assistance. So I can't even tell you, like, yeah, if you go to good schools, if you have a good family, you're automatically, no, not true. Not true. It's a crapshoot. Okay. And so what I can tell you is this. When in doubt, put effort into your life. And when in doubt, don't buy. Because the worst case that will happen if you follow that advice, you put effort into your life, which usually means you're going to make some money. You don't buy something on impulse, which means even if you miss an opportunity, you got money and you don't have an obligation. So you're winning. Again, it's not about being the richest person ever. It's just about having a level of independence. That's what, to me, is the sales pitch. Like, why did I want to start? I remember going to Burger King. I remember going to gas stations. Eventually got a job in retail as my first job. I didn't want to work because I like work. I wanted to work because I like money to be independent. I like independence. I like freedom. I like to be able to fill up my gas tank and not look at it's $2.15 today. I would like to go into Starbucks. I could order, what I want. Okay. Now, I sacrifice for some things are the grace of God, but what I can tell you is, look, guys, even broke people ordered out today. It's true. In America, people broke as fuck. I guarantee you they ordered out today. And I guarantee you they threw food out. So I'm not saying that to mock anyone, but I'm trying to say in the wealthiest country in the world, society is not the same as it was 30 years ago, where you were in the middle class, you worked at a steel plant, you had a wife, 2 kids, and you retired with a pension. However, I would not want to go back to that life. I wouldn't want to live in a modest middle-class house with a wife, with a kid, working at a steel plant, and with a good pension. I wouldn't. I would like to be free in a parking lot, homeless, being able to DoorDash, IT, YouTube, and have my whole future ahead of me. That's truth. If someone was watching my live feed from 30 years ago, and they only had about 4 channels on TV then, and not everyone had a TV. Guys, I grew up in the 80s. I didn't have a TV in my house, I think, until, I don't know what I was, like 12. Okay? So, we had one TV. I didn't have a TV in my room until I was like 12. And it was the dial TV with tinfoil on the thing. No cable. And I remember I put the tinfoil on top of the antenna, and I got the Eagles game. Because, I was in central North Jersey. And what I can tell you is we didn't get the Eagles games because the Eagles were South Jersey and Philly. So I put some tinfoil on that shit, and I saw Randall Cunningham. It was amazing. In black and white. And I thought that was high tech. I said, oh shit, I got the Eagles game. Now, you can go live from your house, broke as fuck, and you may make some side money. Okay? But you gotta go live every night. Okay? So, guys, your best investment is your phone. You should be broke with the best phone. That's true. But you better have the best hustle. That's true, too. Okay, let's continue. Thank you, Pluto, very much. Kathy, I also love living simple. Praise the Lord. Not just more money, less stress. Yeah, much easier, less stressful. Kathy, me and you on the same page. Kathy, fire emoji. When I look now at home bases, this is very, very good comment, Kathy. Very good comment. Beyond the money, there's a part of life that's mental and emotional, and they're all tied together. And what I've learned from having a house and even having a nicer car is I don't like maintenance. I don't like aggravation. And when I look at a home base, even when I look at a smaller house or a little, damn, there's a water heater, there's an air condenser, there's plumbing. When I look at a small RV, I said, there's not much that can fail. And even if there is, I throw that shit out after 10 years. Now, it's not going to appreciate like a single family home, but I'm not going to owe my soul to it either. I look at an RV lot, you know what I see? I see a concrete pad of heaven. The only downside is someone can slip and fall on my concrete pad, and I got to get liability insurance. That's the only downside. I love simple. I love technology that we can live a simple. I'm blessed. You could be broke as fuck in a nice house. You could be rich as fuck in a modest house or an RV. I love the simple life. I do. Guys, that's not a sales pitch. Because I think about that, man. Like, look, if you have millions, you almost have to put some of it in property. But if I had like tens of millions of dollars, yeah, I guess I would probably buy some property by the beach. But I think I would still put an RV there with no house. I would just pay off the zoning agent, because you can't even do that even when I'm because I wouldn't want a mansion, because then I got to get maids, then I got to get landscapers. I don't want that. I want simple. Because beyond the money, I don't want to be broke as fuck emotionally. Beyond the money, I don't want to be broke as fuck mentally. See, here's the other thing I want to talk about tonight. We're going extra overtime, Randall Cunningham style. There's a lot of people, they're not rich, but they're not poor, but they're struggling with a lot of mental issues. And not deep psychological, like, you know, there's some people like that, but I'm just talking about they got a little bit more depression than they should, a little bit more anxiety than they should, and it's because they got a little bit more shit than they should. They got a storage unit. And what really hurts them is when I say that, is they know that storage unit useless as fuck. But it hurts them to think about throwing it out. And I empathize. I don't judge. Because I remember being in my walk-in closet when I was cleaning out my house to sell it. And I had every color Under Armour boxer briefs. Because I knew the women wanted the boxer briefs. They didn't want the boxers. They didn't want the tighty-whities. They wanted the boxer briefs. And I had every color lined up. Oh, damn, I was ready. And what I could tell you is I threw them all out. And you know how painful it is? I sat there with the tags still on the drawers, still on my boxer briefs. And I threw them in my 3 mil trash bag. And I looked at them, so I can't throw them out. And I picked them back up like a fiend, picking out cigarettes out of a trash can. I did that. Because when I stopped smoking cigarettes, I broke them, I threw them in the trash. And then an hour later, I'd be smoking the butts. An hour later, I was picking up my drawers. I was like, I can't throw them out. I understand the psychopathic mind with the storage unit. What I'm here to tell you is I know I'm yelling at you like Pat Riley, okay? Pat Riley, famous coach. And you're sitting over there and you don't want to hear my shit, and I don't blame you because I wouldn't want to play for Pat Riley. But guys, this is YouTube. You don't have to be on this team. You can be on any team. But if you're on this team, guys, I'm Pat Riley. And you got to play some tough defense, okay? You got to play Charles Oakley style, psychopathic defense. And what I'm trying to tell you is you're defending from society that's wealthy, that wants to suck you in to the norm, which is paycheck to paycheck and just a couple grand in your savings, if that. Which is, what's Nancy Pelosi going to get us for Christmas? Guys, I don't care what Nancy Pelosi cooking up. I've been there though. I remember in the 2000s, broke as fuck. I had shit, but I was broke as fuck. And I was saying, like, George Bush fucked us. I want a stimulus, because at that time, George Bush was giving out stimulus. And I qualified for it. And I don't know what he was. He gave us like $1,000 one year in August or something. And I was like, oh, I'm rich as fuck, but not really. I just paid off some shit. And guys, I've learned, like, this is like, I realize that now, looking back, there was no way George Bush was going to do anything that really changed my life. I had to make some decisions. There's nothing Nancy Pelosi or Joe Biden, or nothing they're going to do that's going to really change your life. Look, I want them to give extra money. But I'm just trying to say, what do you do after you get to 600? What do you do after you get to 1,200? And I want you to get it. I'm not snatching it from you. No, don't get upset with me. But all it does is buy you a little bit more time. Then what's your plan long term for your life? And I'm not going to talk down to you like all of you are mentally or physically disabled. Because if you're watching me, if you create a YouTube profile, if you clicked on my thing, you're not that dumb. A lot of people sell themselves short, man. I can't believe how many people sell themselves so damn short, man. You say, I tried to make one DoorDash delivery, I failed. Well, okay, go make 20 more. And if you can't DoorDash, can you data entry? And if you can't data entry, can you ride around in a security truck? And why don't you even step up and why don't you become a project manager? Why don't you become an RN nurse? And why don't you retire early? Okay. You say it's too late for me. Well, guys, look, I got to speak up what I feel. Okay. If you want to make a video talking about it's too late, I'm destitute. I watch other people's channel. I click the thumbs up, I leave a comment because I want them to get caught in the algorithm of success. I'm not a hater. I'm a congratulator. So, it's tough. All right, let's continue. Pluto, I'll make you a deal. Okay. If you get it bigger on the YouTube and you need to hire people in the future, you can count on me. Well, all right, brother, that's fair. Look, yeah, I wouldn't, well, yeah, I mean, one is, I would definitely want to give back in some way. When I know I'm totally straight. But I want to be honest with you too. I'm trying to think this out without pandering. I don't really like having employees. I struggled with that even when I was electrical contractor. I didn't want to grow as much because I don't like to be responsible. But if I got to the point where I was like Joe Rogan successful, I don't have to worry the rest of my life for finances. So I know I have to give back. I know I have to hire people even if like, so I would get you a job, I would get a lot of people a job. Now I would be, look guys, I'm a great person to work for. Look, I'm out in the street. Most of you motherfuckers you ain't out here. All right. Yeah, this gets me upset. All right, let's talk about it. But anyone that I've ever worked with, they know, guys, I try to treat people very nice. I try to make life easier, not harder for them. So I'm a softie. The only thing I don't like is like, I don't know. Look, as long as people as long as people show up and they, just try to stay out of trouble, I don't care. I like to see people do good and even do shit and not hurt themselves, not kill themselves. I like to make life easier on people, not harder. So I'm saying all that to say, yeah, look, when you get to a certain point of success, I always believe that you have to give back, but I don't believe like you give back by rounding up your total at Publix. Say, yeah, round up, give to the homeless. No. Federal Reserve got to help the destitute, just like they help the stock market. And I had a nonprofit. You can't make a dent like that. But I also hired people. I hired ex-felons with no job experience, $25 an hour. And what I learned is some people you can help, some people, I don't know, man, but a lot of people, some people you help, it does make a difference. And some people that helped me, it did make a difference. You can make a difference in someone's life. I believe that. There's going to be some people, though, you can't. And so, I would struggle with that again because I struggle with committed relationships. And when you have an employer-employee relationship, it's an entanglement. But at a certain point, if you have an extra surplus of resources and you're straight the rest of your life, then give back. But take care of yourself first. Why? Because, guys, there's a lot of stuff out there that people have opportunity now. And for me, part of the simple life is not being too attached in these relationships where if I do you a favor, you do me. If I come fix your lights in your house, you have to come fix my flooring. I did that life. I don't like that life. So it's all a thing I'm thinking about. But good job. Good comment. Thank you, brother. Kathy, some people are emotionally attached to stuff. I've been there. I shared the story about my drawers. I understand it. Kathy, I think that may be the reason some people cannot get rid of things. Yeah, it's an emotional, mental issue. I've been there. I empathize. I don't judge. But I also tell you, look, if you're broke as fuck and you got a storage unit, that's why you're broke as fuck. There's no reason for a storage unit unless you're moving in the next 90 days. Now, the counter argument is, well, you know, you spend money at Starbucks, you do this. Yes, I'm not broke as fuck. Okay? I'm not broke as fuck, okay? So I made the sacrifices to separate. And so now I can live in somewhat surplus. And bottom line is, you see the work ethic just at a small glimpse through YouTube. Okay? And you see the fire trucks and the police cars behind me on a regular night on Lafayette. Okay. And you're in a comfortable apartment or house, broke as fuck. You threw out food today, you got a storage unit, and you're scared. And what I can tell you is your storage unit is Satan. That's what I tell you. And I'm going to get Starbucks tomorrow, and I'm going to be rich as fuck. Okay. I'm going to get me another fucking Starbucks. That's what I'm going to tell them. And I'm going to be driving past all these storage units and these broke motherfuckers. Okay. You say that's judgment. Well, I say, hey, look, guys, I'm trying to get the message across. If you take that as judgment, go watch Judge Judy. Okay. Because Judge Judy is what broke people watch because they try to figure out if I go sue another broke person in small claims court, how am I going to get $2,000? Look, even if Judge Judy says you're right, you win $2,000, how are you going to get $2,000 from another broke motherfucker? You're not. You can't get blood from a stone. You can't get money from a broke person. You guys ain't figured it out yet, man. Judge Judy rich as fuck. Okay? Why? Because there's a lot of people broke as fuck that want Judge Judy to make them rich, and Judge Judy laugh at her ass all the way to the bank. It's true. Because she old as fuck. She's still making money. She could have been retired. So what I could tell you is this, guys. Okay? I don't know if my videos help you. I hope they do. I know this, though. I showed up tonight, and I thank you to all my members who showed up. I want to read them out loud. I want to thank you, Pluto, for joining again. I want to thank you, Upscale. Sleep well, brother, in that Airbnb in Sunny Isles, brother. You earned it. Bryce, I love you, man. I'm glad you're out of the hospital. Pluto, again, man, thank you for sharing your story. I'm glad you're doing well in California. Love to your family, man. Love to you. Bryce, keep pushing forward. Kathy, thank you for all your comments. ESP, thinks so highly of you. Such an intelligent woman. You can do so many things with your life. And you don't have to do you don't have to do things that you don't want to do. So when I say you can do a lot of things with your life, it doesn't mean you have to go up the corporate ladder. It just means that I want you to believe in yourself. And I don't want you to sell yourself short. And I want you to determine that as an independent, smart person, woman, man, transgender. Because, I'm very firm in what I feel and believe from my perspective on my channel. But I empathize that my perspective is not everyone's perspective. However, what I tell people, if you have a strong perspective, create a YouTube account and upload every day. I will subscribe, comment, and support as long as it's not crazy. And I've shown that with just about everyone I've met on YouTube. And just about everyone I met on YouTube, they don't follow through. Now, if you don't want to do it, because YouTube is just one thing, I'm just trying to make the example. And I'm not talking to ESP because I know ESP likes her privacy. She's smart. She got her own thing. I'm talking in general now as a mindset. Because I know a lot of people get hurt, and I understand why, because I understand YouTube. That they think I'm talking directly about them. They're scared. And look, maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I mean, I don't know who you are. So, you're in your own head. I'm not in your head. Guys, sometimes I'm thinking about what type of porn I'm going to watch tonight. I mean, I'm not even thinking about, what you're thinking about. You guys are nuts. We're not, this I remember dating a chick. And I went to a house, and she was reading a book. I saw this bitch. I saw she reading, And I looked at the book she was reading, and I looked at the title, and I Googled the title. So I wonder what this book's about. You know, the book was about her going to therapy and seducing her therapist to see if she can mind control that motherfucker. I said, ain't this a bitch? And she was in therapy. I said, you say, that's a fictional book. I said, yeah, but there's a reason she's reading it. And I cut her off. That's true. That's true. So what I can tell you is this, guys. A lot of you people, you're dating school teachers. And what they're reading books about how to seduce their therapist. And I'll tell you right now, cut her off if you're not, if you're not too entangled. Because a relationship will make you broke as fuck, especially when you're playing therapist. Like I had some girls, because you guys know, like I got to get to Gab. I kind of got like a, like a prophet guru type, you know what I mean? Like teddy bear type, rough, just the right mix, right? And so a couple of girls would tell me, like the last couple of girls I dated, like, oh, I look at you like my therapist sometimes. And I said, oh, shit, here we go. Here, $5 super chat, one day at a time. Self-care, self-control. Damn it, Pluto. Thank you, brother. And what I can tell you is secure that savings account, keep showing up, and do the best you can. You have a hard day. It always feels better when you have a savings account and a job, brother. But sometimes it's still not enough. Thank God for the grace of God. Hal, great to see you, brother. You are the man, too. I believe in you, Hal. You got the best skill there is. What? People skills. You could sell snow to a snowman, brother. Okay. And what I can tell you is this, a CEO is nothing but a glorified salesman or saleswoman. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay. So as long as you're not hurting anyone or lying or manipulating, I'll tell you to sell. Okay. Don't sell yourself short, though. Good job. Back to, I missed some of the comments. Pluto, they help us more than you know. Thank you, brother. Thank you for that gracious tip. Thank you for being a member. You are my teacher. Well, like Jesus said, don't call anyone your teacher. I appreciate, though, the compliment. And you said, my mentor. I say, call me your spark plug. That's why I feel more comfortable when you say that. A spark plug is a component in a combustible engine. They're dying now because everything's going electric. But for now, I'm a spark plug. And my only job is to get the engine started, and then the engine does all the work for themselves. And what I can tell you is, guys, you change your spark plugs every 100,000 miles. So there'll come a time where you need to change me out for someone else. And I tell you, as someone who loves you, change me out. Because if I'm really your spark plug, I don't want you to, there's going to be a time where you don't get a spark from me, and I faded, and I need to be replaced. No one's irreplaceable. I know Beyonce had the song called Irreplaceable, to the left, to the left, to the left. But I also know she also had a song called Lemon, or whatever, Lemonade, where Jay-Z went to the right, to the right, to the right. Okay. And she said, if it wasn't for the kids, they wouldn't be married. And I said, thank you, Jesus, for singleness. I made my own song. Oh. All the single men. Yeah, all the single men. Yeah. Damn it, I like being single. I'm rich as fuck. Damn, so good, man. Yeah, I can't wait I'm going to release that song one day. All the single men in the house, I like it. Or women, or transgender. I'll do a remix. Thank you, Pluto. Hal, man, I believe in you so much, brother. You keep pushing forward, man, as best you can. ESP, have a good night, you too. Sleep well in that Airbnb. All my nomads out there, they're in Airbnbs, they're in home bases. I'm over here, it's still in the street, man. God, ain't that a bitch, man? Y'all living in comfort, man. I'm not mad at you, though, because I'll be there soon. Thank you again, Pluto. ESP, laughing. The book was her self-help book. What was that book? What, Beyonce book? Well, Beyonce rich as fuck. So, look, she can afford to have kids. So can, most people can't. She's rich as fuck, though. I'm not going to lie. Hal, I appreciate that. Well, I appreciate you, brother. I mean it, too. I'm not pandering to you. Because you guys know, look, even people I hate, I'm not going to say I never wish bad. I remember I wish Trump would have died from the coronavirus, so I don't want to be like, act like I'm a saint. But for the most part, guys, I don't spend my day hoping bad shit happens to people. I don't. I spend my day trying to figure out what do I need to do for my responsibilities, for myself, and for my future. And as I do that, I get inspired to create and do other stuff. Because a body in motion stays in motion. And a body idle is broke as fuck. Because I never met anyone who's idle too long who's rich. And I'm not talking about rich with a lot of money. I'm just talking about, look, just emotion, okay? Because it's all relative, guys. So, and it's not about worshiping money, okay? It's about getting the most out of your life, okay? And even if that's to do less, but to do more, you know what I mean? It's like, because look, let's say you get to your goal. Let's say I get to my goal of being financially independent. The habits I've built through self-care and waking up early and being productive and all that, those are still in play the rest of my life. And that keeps me busy all day. Like, in one sense, I want to say I don't understand how people don't do shit all day, but at the same time, I don't want to be on a high horse, because I remember there was a season of my life where I was, on the weekend and shit, I would try and just be in the house chilling. So I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, I guess I was like, well, I worked during the week, I ain't gonna do shit now. So, look, there's a different season for everything, even when you don't work. There's a season to be unemployed. I was unemployed for a while, and I remember I was like you psychopaths. I was collecting all my unemployment. I wanted George Bush to send another stimulus, and I was like, well, they got to help me. And I snapped out of it. And I don't know, it's like, I think part of that is just you got to live through life, and I hope the government does help people, because, look, they help the Wall Street. But I'm also trying to tell you is like, you got to help yourself a little bit, because no one knows your life better than you, what you want. And you don't even know what you want until you start doing shit. And even if you're not doing any physical labor, you should be waking up early. You should be self-caring. You should be doing laundry, hygiene, workout, walk. And then from there, you figure out the rest. Side hustles, main hustles, whatever, creative hustles. And if you're mentally disabled, look, just wake up early and paint. Because I got a couple mentally disabled people I know. That's what they do. They paint. Now, I had a mentally disabled troll. They had a YouTube channel about painting. And then they said some nasty stuff to me. I don't want to tell you what I wanted to paint on them. So I said, I let it slide. I blocked them. I let it slide. Because I could have went crazy on them. I let it slide. Going to talk crazy to me. Yeah, they mind. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, they say they disabled, and then they got the ability to, like, talk crazy to me. It's like, what? I let go. I know you shouldn't fight someone like that. I said, I let go. Let's stay positive. All right, guys, I want to it's crazy. But, it sounds disingenuous, but this is what I feel right now. We're not just talking about money. Money's part of it. So again, I don't want to be disingenuous. We're just talking about your best life, and getting the most out of it while you're here. I know life can suck. I don't try to act like it. I make videos about it, but every day I wake up, I try to say, all right, I want to try to go forward one way or another. Okay. And so that's kind of what I'm talking about. Tony, what's up, brother? Tony Guerrero, Canada's house. I remember a few mentally challenged people that used to come in here. Tony, man, you've been around for a long time, man. I'm very grateful for you, brother. I tell you, man, I've lost some members, no doubt, and that's good, because that's I'm a spark plug. You should change me out after 100,000 miles. And I never make videos about people that left, because they should. I only made one video about someone who left, because they left me a nasty comment. But I'm very grateful for all those who are here, but I want to ensure you that when it's time for you to do something else, you should do it. Because I really do believe that look, you need people to spark you, to give you opportunities, but you got to take those opportunities, create your own life, and evolve. Because that's really what life is about. And those who really operate in love, even though it's sad to have people come out of your life and then you're like, sad, man. But I'm trying to tell you, as I get older, I realize don't be attached, man. Now some people say that's wrong, you're heartless and all that. I don't know. Everyone got to figure it out for themselves. I'm just trying to say, for me, I'm not going to take advice from people that are fucked up. And I'm not talking about financially, mentally. Like sometimes I feel bad. I said, maybe this motherfucker right, but then I look at their life. I said, they got unhealthy relationships. They ain't doing shit. I'm not saying I'm always right, because I know sometimes I'm wrong. But I'll be damned if they gonna tell me I'm wrong, because they real fucked up. But I let go. They right a little bit. They right a little bit. Love to you, Tony. Yeah, that's one thing I learned in life, man. Like, again, it's a tough balance, because I'm not always right. We are not always right. Sometimes we need correction. But a lot of times what I struggle with is sometimes I listen to someone and their life was, and it wasn't a bad life, but they were, again, entangled in unhealthy relationships. They weren't doing what they needed to do for themselves. And I was like, how can I take advice from that? Or I did take advice from that, so I shouldn't take advice from them. So it's a give and take. Tariq, what's up, man? I remember you. My man, how have you been? I'm doing the best I can. I'm still here. I'm showing up every day. This is for my brother, Pluto. Yeah, you're Pluto's brother. Hey, man, Tariq, love to you, man. He's got the profile pic up there. Tariq, Pluto, shout to you both. Love to you both, man. You've been through a rough year, but you're pushing forward. There's nothing wrong with losing an inheritance because we lose money. So don't feel too much pressure. But as young people, it's not easy to handle money. So what you should do, don't touch certain money. Keep it in a savings or a retirement account. Some money you can play with and you can afford to lose, and that'll be a good life lesson. But if you do stuff with life and start with waking up early, and you stay active and you keep a savings account, you should never be broke as fuck. Sometimes you're going to be richer than others. Tesla stock up. You, shit, I'm rich as fuck, motherfucker. And then all of a sudden, Tesla go bankrupt. I'm broke as fuck. So you're going to go through ups and downs. And that's okay. Because that's life. I wish it was all up. Guys, if I invented life, we'd be in a fucking party. Okay? But I want to give you permission to fail, because life you fail. I also want to give you guidance to keep a certain amount in stable funds, and I also want to encourage you to stay active, to keep steady income through a job or side hustle or something coming in. And that way, if your things that you were hoping would succeed don't, you're not destitute. And that's just a good peace of mind. Even if you never become rich, if you just have peace of mind, you are rich as fuck. Okay? And that's not easy to have peace of mind in a crazy ass world. Guys, it's not easy. Thank you, Tariq. Thank you, Pluto. Pluto said, no way. That's my younger brother. I remember you guys. Tariq, are you in, or Pluto, you answer me so Tariq doesn't have to. Is he in, he's still in Pennsylvania. I was just going to ask next. He's still in Pennsylvania. We got to get out of Pennsylvania if you want. He goes, he finds me on the World Wide Web. This is the best place to go. I'm lucky to have two great brothers. Amen. Love to you, Tariq. Warm up there, brother. Stay warm, man. I'm never going back up north unless it's hurricane season or I got to visit my mom in emergency. All right, guys and girls. Love to you, man. I appreciate all that love, man. Life's a journey, man. It is. And I'm in an interesting place in my minimalism journey where I think I've made it past some emotional decisions that almost got me back into the system, and I'm not scared anymore to buy something. Because I think just like I'm not scared anymore to eat extra food. Like when I was obese and then I got anorexic, I was scared to eat healthy treats. I found a level of balance with my diet, with my lifestyle. And I know I'll find balance with my financial, but I also know there's a season you have to get extreme and you have to be uncomfortable. Because you got two choices in life. Either you're going to sacrifice or you're going to be uncomfortable fitting in your clothes and your thighs are going to rub together. I still put baby powder in between my thighs. All you fat people know what I'm talking about. You fat as fuck. Okay, you got the baby powder right between your legs. I got that. So what I could tell you is this. You got to cut out the Chipotle. Okay. You want to have some extra treats, some dark chocolate treats, that's okay. You got to cut out the Chipotle. You got to cut out the alcohol. Okay. Cut out the cigarettes. Your health is your wealth. That's true. Now, all of our bodies decay over time. That's true too. I don't want to suffer unnecessarily through, my own actions of not taking care of my health. That's true too. I remember being in the hospital. I said, man, fuck this system. I said, this fucking, and we're in a great country, guys. Believe me, I know. But I remember being out, I said, this is fucking crazy. The nurse who's eating Chipotle, smoking cigarettes outside, telling me I take care of myself. Oh my fucking God, I gotta get out of this motherfucker. And when I got out of that hospital, I talked to God. I said, God, I gotta start figuring this out. Because this is what I don't understand. I hope some people still in here. People telling me now, like, the hospital system may be overrun by COVID. I remember going into the emergency room in New Brunswick, New Jersey, okay, in Robert Wood Johnson, very good hospital, and I waited 4 or 5 hours when there was no coronavirus. So, like, people told me now I had to wait a couple hours in the emergency room. Guys, I remember waiting in the emergency room when there was no coronavirus. That shit been happening. Don't get caught in the healthcare system, man. So, that's why I don't believe the coronavirus real, but a lot of these motherfuckers lying. They never waited in the hospital emergency room. Huh. No, I remember I left. I said, this shit too long. And it was in the middle of the night on a weekday. And I had to come back because I was in so much pain. I had to come back the next day. And I had to wait another fucking 6 hours. So, I remember talking to the Lord when I got home. And I said, I don't know enough about nutrition. I got to start reading food labels. I got to stop ordering out. I got to stop going over my mom's house for Sunday dinner. And I got to get my fat ass on a plan. And that's what I did. And there's no money that really changed that. A lot of you broke people, you say, well, I can't afford to eat healthy. I'm broke as fuck. I spent more money eating out than I did eating healthy. That's true. 100 emoji. And if you've never been obese, you don't know what I'm talking about. Because I'll tell you this, I go to Wendy's, I go to Burger King, I go to McDonald's, I go to Chicken Spot all in the same night. That's right. And then I have a whole carton of Carvel ice cream with chocolate chip sprinkles. That's true. And I put on so much baby powder in the morning, I had 5X pants with a 5X shirt. My big ass was just beach balling around. And I was still happy. But I said, ooh, gotta make some changes. So, you say, well, if I don't go out to restaurants, I'm not going to be able to date because the MILF I'm dating, it's all about restaurants. Yeah, that when you get middle-aged, the MILFs want to go out to every type of restaurant. But I tell them right now, well, you want to be broke as fuck, don't fuck with the MILFs. The MILFs got a settlement from their first husband. You don't need to be going out to restaurants. Let her go out to a restaurant with the guy she's dating on the side that works in a park system and he drives a Toyota Tacoma. You be her side piece. That's what I'm talking about. Be rich as fuck as her side piece, not her main piece. I don't want all that responsibility. So what I tell you is this, I don't want to take you out to dinner. Not because I'm cheap as fuck, but because I don't want to take care of you. It's true. Okay. I'm a side piece. I'm not the main piece. I know my place. Play your position. So I remember my group, H-Town, R&B group. One of them died. Dino died. They had a song called Part-Time Lover. Guys, I'm a part-time lover. Okay. So, if you don't know that song, YouTube it. Because it's a good song. But all I know is Dino is dead. He was the lead singer, man. A lot of girls liked him. He was rich. And I'm still alive. I don't know how he died. I don't know if it was a car accident. I don't remember. But I've been in a couple car accidents. Not good. What I can tell you is this, guys. We got to go forward, okay? And what you're going to realize on your journey and going forward is the biggest obstacle is a lack of a focus, a lack of a routine, a lack of waking up early, a lack of eating well. Because when you take care of yourself well, your money bag's going to be well. That's true. Because if you can discipline yourself, you can discipline your money, you can discipline your life. It's all about self-control. Now, we all fail. I still fail. But you aim for the moon, even if you miss, you're amongst the stars. You try to get progressively better. Infinity! Infinity, rich as fuck. You got a vasectomy. What's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, Infinity. You're good people, man. I love you, man. Infinity, you keep pushing strong, man. You did the right thing in your life, man. Keep going forward, brother. So, I love you too, man. I thank you. I really do thank you. Thank everyone, man. Look, guys, I want the best for you guys, you know? I mean, you guys know, if you guys watch me on a regular thing, I mean, I pretty much, I tell you guys what I feel, So, I mean, I love everyone, even the people that get upset. Well, guys, again, I don't go upon my day thinking about, like, I hope this person get hit by a truck. I only remember when I was fucking happy today. I was walking around Florida. I said, this is gorgeous. It was 80 degrees, sunny, no Fahrenheit. I said, praise the Lord. I was living good. I was living good, guys. I'm homeless. I'm living good. It's true. I was just living my life, man. And I was very grateful. And I thought about the sacrifices. I thought about the times I worked overtime. I thought about all the different jobs I did in my life. I thought about the people that gave me opportunities in my life. I thought about the people I gave opportunities to. I thought about the household I grew up in, because I think I'm blessed to have a mother and a father that was there as best he could. But then I also realized, like, I'm the one of 3 siblings that I'm not better than them, but I'm making that point that some of your circumstance matters, but then again, it's a crapshoot, because you can be born in the same house, go to the same school system, same opportunities, and people are just different. So, don't try to figure out other people's life. Don't try to figure out this life. Try to figure out your own life. That'll keep you busy the rest of your life. And if you do that, I don't know if you're going to be rich as fuck, but you shouldn't be broke as fuck. Because I don't think if you figure out your own life, I don't think you're going to be... look, there's exceptions, but I think if you put effort into your life, you're going to be able to persevere somehow. Because I also believe, too, like, the more effort you put into your life, like, divine... Look, I'm in the streets. You hear that? If someone's going to hospital, be thankful for what you have. People watch me in their apartments, and they say I look down on people. It's crazy, man. All right, guys, I'm done. I love you. Have a great night. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Tariq. Thank you, Pluto. Thank you, everyone who watched. Bryce, my man, Hal, Tony Guerrero. It's great to see you. Infinity, ESP, Kathy. Love to everyone who watched in the background, too. Peace. Keep pushing forward as best you can.